Man, y'all know what it is, the real two-tat, all praise to God for everything I mean, every single thing. And I'm here with my brother Marathon Man, and we have a special guest with us today. He goes by the name of Mr. G. Wells Whittle. So before we start, we always do a mental health check-in. How you feeling, G?
Man, I'm feeling good. Happy to be here.
Yes, sir. How about you, man?
Blessed, man. Blessed and highly motivated right now.
Yes, Lord. Look, I'm blessed and highly favored. Like I said, if I put my 2 feet on the ground, it's a motherfucking win every single time. I'm blessed. Hey,
right here, let me in the
you gotta give me a little one, man. Hey, it's just simple though. Life is about simplicity with me, bro. That's all about simple.
It's simple. I fuck with it, but I gotta give you another one.
Okay.
The OG, I remember he wrote me that after he went home and stuff, right? He's like, man, he said you gotta wake up every day and you gotta be that bad man. He said when your 2 feet hit the ground, the devil himself say, "Oh shit, he's awake."
Yeah, I like that, man. Shit, I'm awake all the way.
Hey,
so look, G. So take us back to the beginning, man. Where you from?
Man, I'm from Chicago, man. Born and raised. I was raised a little bit, but then me and my people, we moved to Detroit, and I spent both of my childhood and teenage years in Detroit. Mm-hmm. In the inner cities, D-Town,
Motor City, yes sir.
Yeah, during the golden years of Detroit, Pistons, So, yeah, man, Detroit, I learned a lot of life lessons, raised in a single mother household, so youngest kid of 3, only boy, so I had to get it out the mud, learn a lot of lessons on my own, had to hit my head on the pavement, but kept it moving, made it out of there, Didn't get caught up in the drug scene, gang violence, none of that. So, I tried to stay on the straight path. Went to the military. Did the college thing. So, that's why I'm here today, because I just stayed the course.
Absolutely. So the college scene, man.
Oh,
hey, man, this one. I met my brother in college, 2017, Bowie State. That's what I met him. August, it was August, man. Cause we both kept. Look, crazy story, bro. We both met at Montgomery College, but I didn't know him at the time. I think you went to Rockville campus, right?
Yeah, I was at the Rockville.
And I was at Tacoma campus. So we got the Bowie. We started talking. Listen, man, I ain't gonna lie. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back at it, just like we left. You know what I'm saying? So listen. Like I was telling y'all, I met him at Bowie State. We both went to Montgomery College, but I didn't know him at the time. He went to Rockville. I went to Tacoma campus, but I met him at Bowie. We both changed our majors in social work. And so look, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man.
Hey,
G.
Yo, they should have our
talk
picture.
To him, G.
They should have our picture in that building, yo. Like we let
that social work, that James Proctor building social work.
Man, they need to have our picture on that wall.
Hell yeah, man.
Bro.
Man.
We started a whole movement over there, bro.
Man, bro. Talk AG, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We used to be, I'm telling you, 30 deep, bro. It was so many people that we used to be right in front of. After we got out of class, we'd go outside and just chill, just chop it up. We started with 30 deep. Now it's just me and my brother now.
Yeah, bro.
We had 30, bro. Go ahead, G. Go ahead.
But he being modest, though. This how it happened, bro.
Yeah,
this how it happened, bro. So it started with, me and him, we linking up, and we used to just kick it and talk, and then everybody else just started joining in, and then it just got to like the whole class would come, and then other random people in the hallway would start joining, and it'd get to it started at 30, then it'd be 50 jokers in there, and then it got to a point where the kid, the students from the student center, the other side of campus started coming over, and they be like, "What y'all got going on over here? What y'all doing? Y'all got something?" I'm like, "Man, we just kicking it out the class." So it's just all different type of people will come over and try to kick it with us, and then it's it got to a point where it just got so big, professors and you know what I'm saying, administrators will come over there and be like, what y'all got going on over here?
And did y'all label that, or what did y'all use? What were y'all doing? Talking about?
Everything.
Man, we was just
everything.
They was talking about relationships.
Everything, bro. Everything. You know what's so crazy?
Yeah.
Me and my bro were going through. We had relationship problems at the same time,
that's
bro.
crazy.
That's how we really started talking.
Because that one day I was like, "Hey, bro, yo, we need to chop it up, come to the crib, man. When I'm holler at
sure,
you,
bro.
The bonds made through the struggle,
I'm
right there.
Man,
crazy.
Bowie State was a month, man. That was the struggle, man. People just had it out for us, though, bro, because, we always stood our ground. Me, I ain't give a damn. My brother was always backing me up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's I ain't kid, So it's when you speak your mind against professors, they have a personal vendetta against you because they nah, I'm a professor. You're a student. You supposed to listen to me. But nah, it's I know the same things you know. You know smarter than me. You just a professor. I'm a student. I'm paying your bills. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So we just had a whole lot of experience at Bowie, man. So go ahead, now go talk. Just your show. This your show. Go ahead.
No, I was just like, we was well respected as well because like we spoke our mind in class and like all the professors, like they just like gravitated towards us because we spoke our mind and like we just spoke our truth and like, you know, the professors knew it's like, okay, if I see Greg somewhere, he close by, or if I see Greg, like, where your boy at? Where your boy Kyrie? So it's just like for real, man, like professors, like they just highly respected us and, you know, we just handled our business like men and, you know, we kept it solid and on the up and up. So yeah, man, y'all definitely need to get our picture up there. You know, we held it down like.
Need some acknowledgments, some accolades, bro.
Because we held that thing together. I'm telling you, man, we held that thing together because like everybody else was just like when we wasn't there, everything just fell apart, man.
For sure.
It was a thing y'all created, and once y'all like went your own way.
Yeah, it was like wasn't nobody cool no more. Yeah. Like everybody was beefing,
bro,
and it's crazy.
You know what's so crazy, man? Like me and G used to always say, a lot of these people ain't gonna be friends once they finish school. You know what I'm saying? You know, people just friends because they got to see each other every day. Like you're working a job, you got to see them every day. It's different. But as soon as you leave, that communication stops. Me and my bro still talk, man. You pull up to the crib, spend Thanksgiving with a brother, man. You know, all type of stuff, bro. So exactly. So it's like, yo, we kept it going, bro. And everything we talked about, manifestations, everything we talked about, we doing it, bro. Everything, bro. So with that being said, man, where did the name G Wells come from, man? How did you get that name?
So it's
G Wells with him.
Yeah, with him. Yeah, with him.
All right, so the whole G Wells thing. So my name Gregory Wells Jr. If nobody knew, but back in I was in high school. I probably say like, man, I had to say I was probably like 17 years old, 16, and one my cousin husband, he was like a Joel Santana fan, and one day he just started calling. He was like G Wells, and I was like, my name not Joels. He was like, no, G Wells. He was like G Wells, and like I was like, yo, I like that. And then I was like 18, I got it tatted on my arm. So
G Wells.
G Wells. I ran with it, and from there I took off with it. And the Widom was like, you know, when I started like branching out and thinking about, you know, my platform and what I wanted to do, and it's like I wanted to feel like, you know, my audience, like it's inclusive, like it's not about me, it's like I'm with y'all, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm here to serve y'all. So I was just like G Wells with them, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm with the chosen ones, like I'm here to help. So it's like it, you know, make my audience like, okay, he about the people, you know what I'm saying? So and it just came together perfectly. So I was just like G Wells with them. You know, I ran with it.
I love it.
Yeah, that name. I was curious about the name or the last part, the Widom, right? Yeah. Cause I'm like, man, is he saying wisdom in a like different vernacular? Yeah. And like doubling it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with him. I'm with the chosen
ones. You can always double something too. By how you say it, but what it can mean two things. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that might be something that you need to, you know, take up. The G Wells Widom wisdom.
Yeah, you know, and even cool. In my opening statement, I even make it clear, like, you know, I'm chosen to serve the chosen ones, you know what I'm saying? So it's like selfless service, you know. I can help somebody with my experiences and, you know, maybe they can resonate with it and get, even if everything don't resonate with you, you can get something out of it, you know, and maybe you can run with that and, you know, make your life better, you know, so that's the whole thing.
100%.
What's up with the, like, how did you come up with, you know, addressing your following, your like the people that come to your platform as the chosen ones? I like that. That's the first thing that caught my attention when I watched your YouTube video. So chosen one, I definitely feel like one too.
Man, I always just felt like, even as a kid, I just always felt like I thought outside of the box and like, you know, and like I can just like, I've been given the gift to like relate things like that are not relatable and put them together and make something relatable. So even if you go to my like earlier videos when I first started my channel, like I was just like putting situations and circumstances together and like kind of like making like, I don't know, like making motivational videos. Just like I think one of the earliest videos I did was like about an iPhone and like how like if I can't remember, it's like an iPhone. I was saying like
Was the iPhone the example of what you
Yeah,
were
it was
talking
like the reference of like how, you know, Apple have to update their technology in order for them to charge y'all so much. And what I was relating that to is how, like, even as a human being in a workplace or in a, you know, in a working market, like, you have to be valuable in order for you to try to demand, like, oh, I want $100K a year. Like, you have to be valuable, because you're not gonna go to Apple and they trying to sell you an iPhone 1 and charge you $2,000 for it. I'm like, dog, that value is not in that item. So it's the same thing how they look at you when you know, trying to get employment. Like, you gotta hold that value.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's I totally can understand that. All the way you gotta keep updating your own self.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We gotta update this software
all the time
in order to
all
stay
the time.
valuable.
For sure.
Yeah, because that's what's gonna you know, carry you and keep you, you know what I'm saying, grounded. Because if you're not updating your own software, your mind, like, you're gonna get left behind. So you always got to be doing that, staying connected to the Most High, you know, doing that inner work, because that's what's gonna keep you ahead of the game and keep those fresh revelations, and, you know what I'm saying, and the Most High can guide you.
For sure. So let me ask you this, man. What keeps you motivated with the YouTube? You know, because I ain't gonna lie, like me, it's like sometimes I get on that jump, be going hard, and I just stop. It's like the time is everything. But my brother, man, like, he could pop out 5-6 videos a day.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
I've been peeping this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you stay motivated? Where did that hunger come from? Talk about that, man.
I'm gonna give y'all the short answer, then I'm gonna explain. It's the pain, man. It's just like when you go through stuff, and like. It's just it's a coping mechanism for me, man. And so, like, when I get in front and I express myself and I talk, like, it's just like, cause I have so much going on in my mind, so much, and it's like, dang, like, I just got to get it out. So I be getting so many downloads and everything, and I'm like, okay, I just got to get it out. And some days I be tired, but I be like, you know, in order for me to feel better, I gotta put this work in. I gotta get this word out. So. It's really just, you know, just my own, like, you know, situation and circumstances, and, you know, going through things in life, and it just pushes me over the edge to just go in and just do it, man, because, you know, and you can tell my heart is in it, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be going that hard.
For
man.
sure,
like,
for sure.
If it was about money or anything like that, I wouldn't be going that hard, man.
For sure.
I'd be like, I don't care about that
sure.
shit.
You gotta be passionate. That passion gotta be in it.
Yeah, man, and it gets hard, and it's like that passion was keep pushing me to go, and, you know what I'm saying, and just try to, like, push the envelope a little bit more on the next video, you know. So
Do you with your YouTubing, right? Do you feel like, because I be feeling like this about the podcast now, like, whatever you doing, like, let's just say you got a job, all right, and, like, at work, all you thinking about is going home and YouTube,
man,
posting some videos, doing, you know, your YouTube videos.
People that know me, I don't give a damn about no job, man. I really don't, because I've grown so, like, I really think, like, me personally right now, where I'm at in my life, like, it's like your passion, your purpose gotta be in the forefront of your mind right now, because anything can happen with you on the job. Like, my brother know what happened with me when I was working at you. Them folks done laid me off, and it's just like, that's what really, like, kind of, like, pushed me over the edge, and, like, just do my thing with that, and just really go to the next level and just focus on my purpose and get out that little bitty ass bag and get in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because that bag, like, working on a job, like, it's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is, but you leave yourself vulnerable to, you know, circumstances you're not in control of. Because if you in your purpose, can't nobody take that from you. You know what I'm saying? That's God given. So you can make as much money you want. You can have the autonomy you want, you know, in your purpose. And it's like, a lot of people be like, well, I got these bills and da-da-da-da-da. But I'm like, that's the life you built for yourself. God didn't build that for you. So, oh, man, I can go on.
Yeah,
and
keep
on.
going, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got
And it's
nothing
like,
time.
when you, and even as a young kid, I was like, bills. And I'm like, okay, cool. I know you got bills, but those are things you created. No one told you had to do that.
For sure.
But so people build their life on certain things and aspects, and look at life a certain way and feel like they need certain things in order to make it.
Sure.
But I'm like, that wasn't built on God principles. A lot of times people get stuff out of life based on trying to look a certain way, trying to be perceived a certain way by people, and you know, and just monetary gains. And when you do that, you building a life for yourself. So when you start, I feel like the later you wake, the more hard it is for people, because now you have so much stuff to tear down that you got the wrong way, because you wasn't in your purpose. So now that duality is coming in. Now God has to remove things out of your life that wasn't supposed to be in there in the first place. So now you got to allow things to fall apart in order for things to get better. So that's the whole thing with your purpose, because you might have got with a woman that looks good, you know what I'm saying, and you base that solely off of her looks. So you got married to her, and you've been married to her for 20 years, and now you getting to a point in your life where you like elevating, you getting enlightened, you like, dog, I want what God got for me. And then all of a sudden that duality come in. That's when two opposites exist at the same time.
Facts.
And it's like you see yourself living a different life, and you know the type of woman you want now, because God has given you a vision, and the woman you're currently married to isn't it. So now that duality is coming in, where you see the goodness within, but now the physical world has to fall apart, and then now your marriage is falling apart and all this. But you have to, that's the only way you're gonna your dreams and your aspiration, all those different things gonna manifest, because those things that wasn't supposed to be there has to fall apart in order for that new to come in.
So let me ask you this, guy. What's your take on marriage? I mean, I know your take on it, but what's your take on marriage? See how we went in a different direction? I wasn't even gonna ask you that, but I said,
I definitely went. I had something to say, and Harris right there.
I feel like right now in my life, and it's not even a biased opinion, I just feel like if God's so merciful to bring you any and everything you want, and He is easily merciful and good to bring you a mate to help you enjoy the things He has brought in your life. So I feel like once you get you together, you on your path, you on your purpose, and you doing the things that God called you to do, now you in alignment with His will. So now you in alignment with the things that are vibrationally in sync with you. So now you're gonna attract people that are having the same energy and vibration as you, and then that's when you meet your soul family, your friends, and then possibly a wife. So I feel like once you get out that little bitty ass bag, get in your purpose, everything that's supposed to be in your life will be attracted to you. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't have to go out, and I say it all the time in my video, you ain't got to go out here politicking for friends and, you know, relationships and, you know, even business partners. Like, you know, a lot of people like, oh, I got to be friends with this person in order for my business to blow up, or I got to, man, I ain't had nobody my whole entire life. Every room I stepped in, everything that happens to me, when it comes to success and reaching new levels, I never knew anybody in the room. No one ever put me on.
For sure.
I always was a fresh face. You feel me? I didn't know nobody, because I stayed in my lane, and God brought the people that were supposed to be in my life. That's it. It's that simple. Whether it was business, you know, success, friends, like, man, you bro, like, I ain't go out, oh man, I need a friend. Like, it just it happened
organically. It never happens like that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And we holding it down. So I didn't have to do nothing. It just unfolded that way. And then when we started talking, we realized, damn, we was by each other the whole time, dog. Like, and I ain't never seen my man. So
never in life, bro. So we got the boy.
Yeah, bro. So it's just that's how it works. So for example, if he did it for just, you know, my brother, like, he'll do it with a woman. So you know what I'm saying. So you ain't gotta be pressed for that or feel like you gotta go find a mate and all that, because like before the camera came on, I was talking to the fellas. I was telling them, like, when you go out here and try to wrestle with the 3D world and trying to make things happen, it's a fight that you're not ready to fight. It's a fight you're not built for, because once you start going out here fighting, you're going to have to continue to fight. And I'm going to tell you, this 3D world is undefeated when it comes to like us trying to make stuff happen, because when you go out here and make stuff happen, we usually do it out of fear, doubt, and unbelief. And when you do that, that's the foundation of what, if you get something out of that, that's the foundation of it. So you're going to have to keep that same energy, as we like to say. So the way you got it is usually the way you're going to lose it. So when you just sit back and allow God to bring things to you, you coming from a good place, because now you're doing that inner work, and now you at peace. Now you doing it out of love and, you know, kindness, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. So I just try not to go out here and do all that politicking and you know what I'm saying.
Forcing shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And, you know, it's crazy that you're touching on the topics because the past few days I've been literally having these types of conversations with people is about whatever's for you is gonna come to you.
For sure.
Real.
And about forcing shit, man, listen, don't anything that you try to force to happen is not gonna work for you. And it ain't for you. And you kind of give me a whole new perspective on something right now. What you just said, like I'm gonna come back and watch this again. You know what I'm saying? Like you just dropped some gems right there. Like the truth, man. I had to soak that in, so I appreciate you for that one, bro.
Yeah.
But having them conversations about what's not for you, you know what I'm saying, and not forcing shit, and just getting out of that little bitty ass bag, getting in your bag, man, getting on your shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's that. Cause the whole thing is the fulfillment. Like we all seek the feeling. Like it's not the thing that you want. It's the feeling that you think the thing is going to give you. So we go out and seek feelings, and our emotions is pretty much just like our spiritual guidance system while we in here. Like, cause you be like, man, I feel some type of way about that. I don't want to go over there because I feel you know what I'm saying. We let that guide us. So anytime you doing something, oh shit, I'm 35, I'm 38, I need to go have kids, I need to go get married. Bro, you setting yourself up because you building a house on a weak foundation. You building it on fear. So then you gonna rush into something, and then now you gonna be stuck with that, and then that fear, doubt, and unbelief, that's a low vibrational frequency. That's the devil. That's hell. See, and I tell a lot of people, like, you know, a lot of religious folks, like Christians, you know, they kind of look at the Bible from a perspective of the afterlife. And I'm like, okay, cool, that's cool. Like, I'm not negating from that. I'm not gonna discredit that. You know what I'm saying? We know it's something after this, but I'm like, dog, God came that we'll have life and life more abundantly. So when I look at it, I'm looking at it from a point of I'm alive and living right now. So I need to apply. How can I have my miracles now? I don't want to wait till I die to go see the golden rose. Like I want my stuff now. So I'm like, hell right now for us, like it might be like niggas might be burning up right now in the spiritual realm in a hell lake of fire. I don't know that, but I know right now hell is a low frequency vibration because every time I go to the hood, I see niggas in hell.
I'm telling you for sure, man. No, G. Man, keep going, bro. Like, come on, bro. Keep going.
Niggas be in hell, man. Like niggas is not eating, so it's like that's hell, bro. And I don't want to be that. Like when I go, like. I did some traveling. Like when I go to Beverly Hills, that's heaven. Like motherfuckers living. Like it ain't even about it ain't even about the money. It's the feeling that them people have and that the energy. The energy, bro. Them people eating, they living good. They got money.
They happy. They
exactly.
Let me ask you this though, G. Cause it's so crazy. Like what you think hold people back? Because a lot of people can be great. You know, we all chosen. Us three, we chosen. You know what I'm saying? We the chosen ones. You know what I'm saying? So what holds people back? Because a lot of people could be right there, but you know, they don't want to lead people. They give a fuck what people say. Some people just don't. You gotta have that I don't give a fuck attitude. But people give a fuck about everything. They let everything get under their skin. That's why they not great. That's why they can't move. That's why they can't do certain things in the world. They, like you just said, we rush things. We go with our first option. I'm 30, I need to have some kids. But who says that? Who said you have to get married? Who said you have to do those things? Who said you have to form with the world? You don't have to do that. So in your opinion, what holds people back from achieving great things?
I'm going to say the rise in population. Because the more people there are, the more people tend to try to fit in. See, if you go back to the earlier days when there wasn't as many people and it wasn't all this, you know, social media, like people are okay with doing their own thing because they ain't give a damn what nobody say. But now it's like, we're in a space where it's just like people are so focused on being liked by everybody. We're focused on, well, we don't want to, you know, step on nobody's toes. We don't want to make nobody upset because I might need you later on. You know what I'm saying? We putting our trust in other people. And I feel like me personally, my whole life, just going through the things, growing up in the inner cities and, you know, and me, I just always did my own thing, regardless if people liked it or not. They made fun of me as a kid, but I had to swallow that pill. I wasn't going to fold up and be like, you know what, can't beat them, let me join them. I just like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And by me doing that, I paved the way for myself. And like, now it's like I'm at a point now at 32, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like, I'm going to do me. Like, And no disrespect to my family, but I don't even give a damn what they say, because I know what's best for me. So when I want to do something, or if I feel like it's something that I can be great in, I'm going to just go and do it, because a lot of people are scared to go be great, because you got to leave on this path and on this journey. It's lonely, dog. And it's not lonely in the sense you're like, oh, I'm sad, I'm by myself. It's like, no. It's in the sense that you're not going to have a lot of people around you, but you're never alone, because the Most High is within you. You feel me? Like, God is always with you, and God is always giving you signs and synchronicities and guidance and guiding you where you need to go. But a lot of times people get that blocked out by opinions of people around them, by being trendy and having friends, because everybody want to be liked. Everybody, I feel like that's a low frequency vibration anyway, just want to be liked by people. And I'm like, if you can't accept me, then I don't care. I don't care about people laughing. You can laugh all you want, because I know at the end of the day, I'm going to make an ass out of you, because I'm going to show you who I really am, and I'm the truth. And then when my shit blow up, you're going to be looking stupid like, damn, I was laughing at that person. Sure. So, yeah,
man, that's some real shit. That's how it happens, man. People don't believe in you, and the next thing you know, they want to, now that the success is coming.
Put me on. Help me out. Give me a shout out.
You just got to be willing to go against the grain and not care what nobody say, because if you think about it, somebody, when people, you got people following the trend, somebody is the ringleader of that. Somebody started that. So whoever started that had enough balls to do what they wanted to do, and everybody else just started following it. So won't you be a ringleader and start your own shit and do what you want to do, and maybe you will get your own following, your own crowd. You feel me?
Yes,
your own follow like King Solomon. And I'm gonna tell you like this here, man. What does hate and jealousy come from? Because listen, you gotta think about it. When everybody at the same level, nobody's hating. So like when we come, see, that's the thing about your day ones. Like I saw a quote, the dude was like, just because you grew up together don't mean you my day one. Because we both can grow up, but you haven't grown. You still the same old person, but I surpass you. Then I start coming around. You think you better than us. You don't come around no more. You don't hang with us no more. Nah, I'm trying to go places in life that you're not trying to go. And that's why some people hard to cut them ties. Like, damn, bro, this is my brother, this is my friend. But the ones that's your close to your motherfucking family members, your friends, you got to let them go first, because those be the main ones that always talking shit about you. So back to my question, G, what does hate and jealousy come from? Because you see me at the bottom, but as soon as I start going up, oh, G like this, Mang like this, Kyrie like this, what the fuck that shit come from? Why hate if you see me struggling at first?
Well, it comes from you having the audacity of saying there's something better out there, and we haven't discovered it, but you have, and you have enough balls to go out and pursue that. And now when you go out and pursue that and accomplish it and do it and look good doing it, now you make us look bad. Now you make us look like shit, because we've been sitting in this shit our whole life, and you just come on the scene, you know what I'm saying, and show us up. So now you're forcing us to have to get out of our comfort zone to now try to go make something happen, because you done showed us up. But we don't want to get out of our comfort zone. So what we got to do is, we'd rather spend that time and energy on trying to pull you back versus trying to get ourselves up out of our situation, because it's easier just to keep your ass back where we at, and you don't outshine us than us actually getting out of our shit and going to the next level with you. Because it takes pain to get to this next level. Not saying that it's always going to be hard, but look, Jesus had to go through something. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody in his little crew, his family, they turned their back on him, and he had to go through so much. So, like the Bible say, every day you got to pick up your cross, man, and just walk your path. And that hate and jealousy just come from you showing others what they could be, but they not willing to be.
Yes.
Or that they don't believe that they can be.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's that too. People hold themselves back by not believing in themselves or believing what they can do.
And then a lot of times people
we got it like the real.
A lot of times people be it'll also come from a place where you have people that really think they doing some shit or really think they own, but then you just show up and just do the shit with so much ease, and then they just get mad like, who this motherfucker showing me up? Like, you ain't shit, so they try to talk you out of your position, with negativity, and get you to, trick you out of your bag, and like you got to be aware of that as well, because there's those type of people too that you just got to watch, sit back in the cut and watch the scene and see who think they're the top dog.
For sure.
And then I'm on.
Go ahead, go G, go ahead.
Nah, when you show up and, and they feel like you a threat, they'll always show their true colors.
So I'm gonna say this, G. I'm gonna say this, as we was riding down here, like I was saying, everybody has a role, everybody has a position. Yeah. You can't be the man all the time. Sometimes you got to get a ball to the next person, you know? So sometimes we want to be the man, we want all the opportunities, we want to keep showing people up, we want to keep shining. But the thing about that is, they don't tell you what happened on the other side. You stressing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're going through so much shit because you want to keep being a head honcho of everything. You ain't got to do that because opportunities come through people. So if you put somebody on, that's going to help you out too. Like, damn, you know what? Kyrie gave me the blessing. G gave me the blessing. Manning gave me the blessing. So you got to give everybody opportunity to grow. This podcast is an opportunity for everybody to grow. That's why we came up with this shit, the real. Yeah. And that's why we want everybody to shine. So with that being said, though, G, man, like, how do you stay motivated every single day, man? What motivates you every day to keep going hard and never giving up?
Man, I got another day to create the life that I want for myself. And God woke me up, and I got breath, man. And this is the creative power, man. We can create our own reality just with our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, bro. So it's like, if I have been given, see, we look at life as we just mundane. We just wake up, a redundant activity. You just wake up, go to work, and that's it. But it's more to it. Like you can create your reality. Like, all you got to do is focus your attention and awareness on something. Watch how whatever it is, it starts showing up in life to you, and you start seeing it. Like we was talking earlier about the car. When you put it in your mind, you're like, yo, I want that car. You start seeing that joker everywhere. So that's like a little taste of that creativity that's within you, that's been placed within you, because the kingdom of God is within you. And if you seek ye first the kingdom of God, all these things will be added onto you. And you know, that's like one of my favorite verses. And it even goes on to say, like, you know, for they won't be able to say, well, the kingdom of God is over here or is there, for the kingdom of God is within you. So seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all those things will be added onto you. So just waking up, man, that's a blessing, and knowing that I'm in my purpose, man, and doing the things and just seeing how God is moving, man, that's my motivation. And everybody should have that motivation. And when you wake up, you shouldn't have to be like, oh, I got to go to this job. If you don't want to be at that job, quit it. Your higher self is actually telling you when you dislike something, your higher self is telling you that's not for you. So quit it. Like, but people are so scared and fearful. Like, oh, I don't want to quit because I got this and I got to do that. But man, you're derailing, you holding yourself back from growing and expanding, because by you quitting that job, you don't know what you gonna learn, what you might. Like, when you go through problems, like people that go through problems and handle it the right way and go through the problems like a boss and come out on the other side better and learn from it, they actually be like, you know what, I'm glad I went through that, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I wouldn't know the things I know. I wouldn't have the knowledge I have. I wouldn't be sitting here with my brothers right here. You feel me? So I had to, you know what I'm saying? Everything is orchestrated in a divine time, and so you have to go through your trials and tribulations, because if you was just to get from 0 to 100 real quick, you wouldn't know how to hold that position. You wouldn't know how to handle that, your success. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't appreciate it. So you got to be able to go through those things and go without sometimes. And so once you do get, you be like, you know what, I appreciate this. So then when you come across somebody else that ain't got much, you be like, hey, my nigga, handle that. I already know how it is, baby. You'll give a motherfucker your last, because you be like, man, I know how it is. When I wanted somebody to help me, motherfuckers didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's all interconnected, man. We all are individualized pieces of God. And if we all come together and realize that and be like, dog, what you going through actually gonna help somebody else to get through what they going through, and then somebody else, they gonna help somebody get through the same thing. Like, and so we all gonna elevate.
Positive cycle.
Yeah, and we all elevate at once at the same time. So, but you know, and that's the whole thing when people be like, well, I don't want nobody to know my business. And I'm like, dog, if it ain't paying you no money, that's not no business. For sure. That's your testimony. Oh, I hate when people be like, I don't want nobody to know my business. That ain't no damn business, dog. You show your ass up at that 9 to 5 every day.
Yeah, like you doing, so you ain't doing shit.
Hey, I don't want people to, that's a good one
that
right
bullshit
there.
You went through ain't paying you, dog. That's your testimony to help somebody else. We all here to elevate and help each other. That's why it's somebody going through something you done already made it through, Kyrie.
For sure.
And they might not be as lucky as to get through it, because they don't have you there to tell them about it. And they might kill themselves.
For sure.
You feel me?
For sure.
you are needed because you overcame that, dog. You feel me?
Hey, listen, we ain't even got to say that. We can let my bro just run the whole show, bro. This nigga got game like a motherfucker, boy. G motherfucking will, boy.
Hey, y'all gotta tune into what my man be having to say on his YouTube channel, bro.
Doctor.
I want you listen. I was watching one of your videos the other day, and it resonated so much with me, especially recent. You know what I'm saying, within my life now. You know, since I've been home, right. So the topic that you was talking about was about your past, about people trying to hold your past against you, weaponizing your past. And I promise you, I've experienced this shit more than enough already since I've been out of prison, bro. So let's talk about that and like, you know, let's get it. Man, you just giving game, so just give them the game on your like people weaponizing your past against you, not letting your past hold you back. You know what I'm saying? And just all that stuff, bro.
So that's a spirit, man. That's a spirit when people. So a lot of times you got to realize projection is a motherfucker. So a lot of times people will project how they feel onto you. So if someone is insecure about their past, that's their tactic of trying to get to you because they know they're scared of exposing themselves. So they were like, okay, well, if I'm scared to expose myself, let me try to expose this motherfucker. And if I can do that, he'll feel like I feel. So a lot of times people weaponize your past when they think that you are not comfortable with who you are or comfortable with your past, or they feel like you have something to hide, but
like it's a chink in your arm.
Yeah, but if you a real motherfucker and you keep it 100, you will let people know your past. You will tell people like, yo, I've been through this. This is not something that's bad. This is my experience. This is something I had to go through. And it's just like I was saying, somebody else is going through this right now, and they might not be as lucky to get through it like I did. So it's my job while I'm here breathing to let someone know that my testimony is alive and real, and you can make it out of it just like I did. But a lot of times people who have secrets and gotta hide stuff, they don't want nobody to know what they've been through, what they're going through, and they haven't healed. And that's another sign that individual haven't healed from what they went through. So, like I say, because they're this way, they think that you're that way. So you tell them. So when you tell them your past, you're coming from an honest and good place of giving someone your testimony, and maybe they can get something out of it. And then, but in the back of their mind, it's like, oh, okay, he been through this, and that's why when you tell somebody your past or what you've been through, first thing they try to throw up in your face when y'all get into it, well, you did this and you this, and like, you know, I mean, you fall out with somebody, they try to use your past as a weapon and try to talk, well, your ass been through this and you did this. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't care. Everybody know that. Everybody know that. Like, that's my story. Because that's what made me who I am. And when you're able to conceptualize everything you experience in your life and transmute and transcend that negativity into something positive and to help others, you don't care about that. That's the whole thing about my chosen ones. You're like, chosen ones, we're able to take the negativity we go through, we're able to take the betrayal, we're able to take the lies, we're able to take the hurt and the pain and turn that shit into something positive and help others. And your haters are still gonna be mad at you, and you doing something positive. Like, you got some people, they don't know how to use their pain and their hurt to their benefit. So what they do? Okay, well, somebody hurt me, so I'm gonna go hurt somebody else. You feel me?
Bro, I was just talking about that shit. I said, man, people create this cycle of fucking people over. That's like, say you done got fucked over by a woman, right? And then you go ahead and start fucking these other females over because you done been hurt, and it's a continuous cycle. Bro. People gotta grow the fuck up and learn how to break that cycle.
Just like G said in the beginning, bro. Like, sometimes motherfuckers jump from relationship to relationship. Instead of just taking time out to get to know yourself before you get married, know yourself. Spend time with yourself. Know what you love to do, because it'll stop you and avoid you from doing certain things or fucking with certain people that you know you shouldn't fuck with. You'll look past that face. You'll look what's in our mind. You'll look what's coming out of our mouth. Because if you pay attention and be quiet sometimes and just listen to people talk, you realize they stupid as a motherfucker. They don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? And so and that's the thing. A lot of people want to be right all the time. That's me. I ain't gonna lie. I want to be right all the time. I'm gonna be honest. But go ahead, G.
But when you have a certain perspective on life, a nigga really is right all the time, bro. When you listen, there is no wrong when you can turn negativity into positivity. So you can turn fucking shit to gold.
All the time.
You feel me? So like, I might be wrong, yes, from a conscious standpoint or a educational standpoint. Yes, I might be wrong, but I can still turn that into a right. You feel me? Like, I can turn a fucked up situation. Yes, I probably was wrong for robbing that bank. Watch me turn this shit into the right. And then they be like, yo, I'm glad. A motherfucker 10 years from now be like, nigga, I'm glad you robbed that motherfucking bank, because now you able to give me some game and your experience and your consequences you had to deal with from robbing that bank. Now you can give it to me so you can right the wrong. So even when I'm wrong, nigga, I'm right.
I'm telling you, that's it.
I'm gonna transcend that motherfucker.
Right. Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
I can't fuck. You can't fuck this shit up. I can't fuck it up. I can't fuck this life up, because if I do something wrong, if I go out here and get into an altercation with somebody and fight, and I get locked up and go to jail. Okay, yeah, I was wrong, but watch how I transmute this shit, because then I'm gonna have a testimony and tell somebody else like, hey,
don't do that shit.
Do that.
Yeah, facts.
And then I'm gonna learn something from that. That's gonna right my wrong, and then I'm gonna be on my right path. I'm gonna still end up on my path. Now I just opened myself up to a whole nother group of people that I can talk to and get his game to and his word to, and I can help them. So it's like I'm never off my path.
So with that being said, just like you said, Manny, somebody fuck us up, we fuck everybody else up. So what you think about this, friendships and shit, right? You know how sometimes, people, you got bad vibes, you got bad energy, I ain't fucking with you no more. Motherfuckers do one thing to you, right? Y'all had one falling out. Y'all been cool the whole entire time. One falling out, y'all argue and say, fuck that nigga, I ain't fucking with that nigga no more. Fuck that bitch, I ain't fucking with her no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, that's just like, you got a brother, right? You and your brother, y'all argue, but you ain't gonna never say fuck your brother, because if the whole world come to get your brother, you gonna go help your brother, your sister. So it's kind of like, it's like the word energy. We use that shit so much, but I'm thinking like 5-6 years ago, we weren't using that shit. We went out with this motherfucker. You got bad vibes. You got bad. It's like the trendy shit.
It's a
you know what I'm saying?
But I ain't pick it up from out here.
You know what I'm saying?
I picked it up from
in the joint, huh?
Not even from prison, but from what I remember. I was telling you, and I shared it on one of these episodes that I was studying yoga meditation, and that's why I was picking up energy and vibration. And like you said, low vibration, high vibrations and stuff like that, and going within. Ooh, that shit is real. But a lot of people use it now is trendy, but it's real shit though. Yeah. And they not just using it, not knowing what they talking about. They know what they talking about, just maybe a gist of it, or they can't go in full depth with it. But they definitely got a glimpse of what it is to have good energy, good vibration. Like I'm not gonna be around nobody that don't make me like that. Like right now, I feel good. If I felt any type of bad vibration,
you out of here.
I can't. Like I ain't gonna be me. I'm never myself if I'm not comfortable in the sense of like I don't give everybody too much. You know what I'm saying? Right. You get what I'm saying? Like you be conservative with yourself. Right. If you meet somebody and you kind of pick up on their vibe, right? They like some shit for real. You can feel that shit. Right. I ain't doing too much. What's up?
That's a fact though, Manny, but it's like this too. Sometimes people can be intimidated by you once you walk in a room or something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, man, we see that this nigga ass.
Hey, what's up, Rat? We stay away from Rats. We stay away from Rats.
That motherfucker been doing a 40-yard dash up and down that motherfucker.
We from 17th Street, man. Me and my brother Manny, we see this shit all day long.
I've been trying not to say nothing, but this nigga keep running back and forth. I'm like, yo.
So listen.
Hey, we in D.C. right now. Just to let y'all know,
listen, this is the real. You gonna see all type of shit on here. And listen, we don't edit nothing. We keep everything going, man. Because listen, this is nothing but the real. So with the energy thing, man, like sometimes people could just be intimidated by you, man. Like for no reason though, bro. Like that, you could walk in a room, you get the love. They feel like they don't get the love or whatever. Because sometimes just show energy. It ain't all about who you are. Just show energy. When you step into a room, everybody gonna notice you. And so, with that being said, it's kind of like, we got friends, right? We got friends, we got brothers. We gonna go through shit. Everybody go through stuff. And so, my thing is, what's something that, a motherfucker do to you ain't no come back from, G?
Ooh, that's good.
Man.
Yeah, I know this.
I'm gonna put it like this. A lot of times, like, from the jump, like you say, you read people's energy and you try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really guess what a motherfucker can do in the future, but based solely off of what you have evaluated and seen from them, and you know how you gauge them, you can be like, okay, my brother, like you, me and you, bro. I'm like, okay, my bro, cool. Like when I gauge, I'm like, okay, he ain't gonna be trying to like the type of motherfucker to try to set me up. Like I got that vibe off of you, so it's kind of like I'm not gonna expect, or I'm not gonna look towards that. Like, okay, well, if he do this, like, cause if you even think that type of way, like, oh, if he do this, we not rocking no more. Like the motherfucker pretty much got the propensity.
Yeah, already. Yeah, no question.
So it's kind of like you low key put yourself in that because you already got the energy and you just came up with that assumption, and now you putting a question mark on it. Like, well, if he do it, I know he probably got the propensity. I got the feeling this is the type of nigga that'll do that. So, but I put a question mark on him for right now. But if he do it, I ain't fucking with him no more. So
but
it's
you
kinda,
open the door. For
yeah. So it's kind of like
with a question mark.
It's kind of like. You know what I'm saying? So your life is viewed through your perspective. So like, if you expect something bad to happen, that shit, it's gonna happen. So you expecting the motherfucker to cross you when you do that, and you be like, well, if he do this, and then you start looking for the little signs and stuff.
Oh boy, I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? You start looking at him like, this nigga about to do this. He about to. So it's gonna happen. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you kind of like you put that on yourself. So
yeah, you attracted that negativity.
Yeah. So you getting exactly what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And that whole energy thing, it's like I look at the energy thing and that whole movement. Now it's like you've been alive, but you wasn't aware. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you've been alive, but you wasn't aware of it.
Yes,
so.
Sir.
And a lot of times, you know, with that whole energy thing, people like, oh, the energy is off, and you know, people throw that around like a bar of soap and shit in prison. So it's like, nah, people can't even, you know, with the whole energy thing, people just
they
throw it
water
around.
the shit down.
Yeah, so it's like motherfuckers can't even read a book, but talking about they can read somebody's energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'll be like, okay, cool.
Facts.
Like, everybody that come in your life. Fuck over you and don't do you right, but you telling me you can read energy. So it's like that whole energy thing, I just keep that shit to myself, and I just, like I say, when I go into a setting, I sit back. I don't be, you know, the first motherfucker open his mouth. I sit back and I peep the, you know what I'm saying, peep the room out, and when I be like, oh no, these niggas on some wild shit, I'm out of here. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, and I get my stuff and I go. So it's just like you just gotta peep that room out, but you're not gonna be able to peep the energy if you're trying to be the center of attention in a new environment. Because now your judgment is clouded by clout.
That's it.
Hey,
That's all.
Listen to that again.
Talk to him. Say it one more time, G.
Listen to that again.
Your judgment is clouded by what, G?
That clout. Because
Yeah.
now you thinking these people like you, but they really don't. You know, these people can be hoes. That's why when people try to be the man all the time and all, no, niggas sit in the back so you can read people. And if they feel like you a lame, because people gonna show you their real attention with you when they think you lame or you nobody. But if every time you go into a room you trying to be the show off and all this, motherfuckers gonna only fuck with you for the shit you showing and the shit you flossing. So when you go into a room every time and you trying to be the man, like you don't know niggas' real intention for you.
sure.
Dog. Niggas can be fucking with you. Oh, this nigga got some. I'm about to get up under this nigga and see what he got.
For sure.
But if you sit back in a room and play a lane, niggas will show you how they really gonna treat you. Dog. They gonna, oh, this nigga ain't nobody. He ain't got shit.
And you know what's crazy, right? When the type of people that you attract when you quiet and humble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That should be
Weird motherfuckers that motherfuckers like man, even like in like high school and stuff, like just around, like you attract, like when people think when you just sit back in the room and chill and just be cool and you know you consider the lame, like you will attract some gifted individuals that people have wrote off as weird because they dress a certain type of way or they act a certain way.
That's a fact.
And it's like those be the people that are like mentally just like geniuses. Like you be like, damn. And motherfuckers be like, why you hanging around with this motherfucker? Got some shit to offer. Like we bounce ideas off each other. And then all those popular motherfuckers, they dumb as a motherfucking. I ain't gonna even insult a rock like that. Them motherfuckers don't be having nothing to talk about. It's nothing but drama. You know what I'm saying? And then like when you fuck with people like based off their looks and all that, you miss so many blessings, dog. You miss so many blessings. Just fucking with a motherfucker because they look a certain way, but they don't have nothing to offer because they've been getting by on their looks or what they have or what they can do. So it's like just fall back in the room and let motherfuckers treat you how they gonna treat you. Then you can make the decision whether you gonna stay in this environment or go.
Don't chase a trap.
So I'm gonna say this too, man, because I ain't gonna lie, this man, my brother, man, this is a hell of a brother right here, man. I'm gonna see, but everybody different. I'm gonna say this, man, because you know me, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a friendly motherfucker. You know, sometimes that shit bite me in the ass. I'm just a friendly nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody different. My brother G Wells always been a laid back dude, boy stay laid back, cooler. He gonna come through with his 1-2 jab. You know, he gonna do his punchline. He gonna say what he gotta say. Man, he's the same way. You know, you laid back, you cool. See, me, I'm just a, like outgoing person. Everybody got different personalities.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying, bro?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like we all bring something different to the table. You know what I'm saying? But we all feast at the same time.
Right.
So everybody we can't be the same, bro.
Nah,
or this shit ain't gonna go nowhere. See, this podcast, we wouldn't even be able to have this. Oh, what's coming out your mouth? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody can't do the same shit.
Right.
I gotta be the question. Man, he gotta come in. G gotta leave the show and just spit what he spit.
Right.
So everybody got something different. So it's like, bro, you gotta just play your role and play that shit nicely and play it well.
Yeah.
See, when you start to fuck up, when you try to do what I'm doing, I'm trying to do what you doing. I'm trying to do what you doing.
Right.
Everybody has their
Jump in
own role,
another
bro.
lane.
You know what I'm saying? Don't jump in your lane because you gonna crash. Stay in your lane, stay the course. What's for you gonna be for you. What's not for you, it's gonna shift its way to the left. You know. So that's it, bro. So
And
go ahead. You can talk.
it's all about moving in sync. So say
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying, we going to a business meeting. We gonna have your ass lead it because you the friendly motherfucker. You feel me? So we need you to go in that motherfucker, shaking hands and being friendly.
you already know,
and,
G.
and then we gonna sit back in the cut and read motherfuckers and be like, nah, bro, because we more on the like read motherfuckers and just sit back and like, okay. I'm like, nah, bro, that motherfucker ain't right. See,
I
but
be doing
if
that
you
too,
got a
bro.
whole group of friendly motherfuckers, everybody is green. So now the opposition is like, oh, all these niggas green. Ain't nobody really you know what I'm saying? They got the point man, but ain't nobody really like the sniper, dog. And they ain't got a nigga in the cut to really sit back and read us. So everybody's looked at as being green, so we can take advantage of these guys. But then we can have you with us. We can have you go talk to the folks. All right, Kyrie, go talk to them about the contract. And then they can just be like, yeah. And they thinking you green, but they don't know you got a team behind you. And they can just tell you and throw anything at you like, yeah, we gonna do this. And then you come back and tell us. And I'll be like, hell nah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we all can't be the same because if we're all the same, we're not gonna go nowhere.
Never. You know what I'm saying?
You need a diverse team of individuals that can play their part.
Sure. And I'm gonna say this too though, G. Because a motherfucker friend don't mean he ain't paying attention.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's the thing about me. One
point.
thing about me, I'm always on point with people. I'm always on point with everything because you gotta think about it, bro. You gotta always, cause your energy. I'm gonna say this: when you got like G say, the Most High. When you connect to the Most High, he gonna let you know. Like, oh, that motherfucker ain't right. That motherfucker ain't that. You know what? I ain't even acting fake to you, but I already peeped your ass from the gate. So you can't get over me. You finessing me. Nah, I'm just being nice. I'm being friendly. So you can't finesse me. I don't want shit from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just doing this shit out of good character and good morale. You know, so it's just like, yo. Yeah, go ahead, G.
Because I might need you sometimes. Because you be like, all right, G, you too rough on the motherfucker. You need to come. We have plenty of talks like that. Like, G, hey, you need to come. Like, nigga, you going too hard. Like, calm down, bro. Like, and then we had plenty of talks like that. Like, dog, like, G, hey, you going a little hard, man. You can be a little bit more open and
for sure.
Like, for real. Like, we
For
really
sure.
had to do that shit.
For sure.
I'm like, you know what? You right, bro. You right.
Tech be bringing me out my shell a little more.
Yeah.
Some people have some people like real shit.
Yeah.
Some people tell me like, man, you walk around here like you just don't give a fuck about nobody. Because you be like, it be that shell that I be in. I be quiet.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Doing me. I speak when I need to, and that's it, right? It's like I've had people give me a review on myself, or at least how they observe me, right? Their first impression, like, man, you don't talk too much. You just walk like you have this aura, like nothing else around you matters. And in my mind, I'm like, nah, it's because I'm protecting myself from this bullshit.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
motherfucker.
There you go, and that's what I'm saying. You could like, bro, you could feel in a nigga handshake, like with Beanie Siegel, the handshake ain't matching your smile. These niggas foul, so you can feel that shit, bro. When you see, that's why I say being friendly, you gonna feel like, oh, nah, this ain't it. What the fuck? I just hugged the devil. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's why handshakes are so like,
greetings. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so important because even when a dude taught me this when I was young in prison, like by how you shake, by how a man shake your hand, you know what I'm saying. It could tell you a lot, you know what I'm saying. And also like whether he's a mature enough man or just on some bullshit, right?
Right.
Because I can we can switch it up. We can do how we used to do up top.
Yeah,
all
sure.
that. But that's back then. Now here with us, it's a different. We embrace each other as brothers.
Right.
You feel me? But like I walk to a person I'm on business with, I'm shaking his hand like, how you doing, sir?
Yeah.
And firm handshake. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna walk up to him like, what's up, bro? I ain't doing that. You feel?
And that's another thing. G can attest to this too.
Yeah.
Being by yourself. And being by yourself, spending that time by yourself, that's when you get download. You get whole messages. You just get revelations. You just get everything when you by yourself. It's like when you go by, because sometimes, man, when you could be so like tied down and be around 1,000 people, every time you're trying to go out, you got to phone a friend, you got to do this. When you by yourself, bro, I'm telling you, take a walk by yourself. Listen to some music or just some uplift or just don't listen to nothing. I'm telling you, start getting shit like, damn, this person did this, that. It's just like shit just come to you, bro.
Clear,
you know what I'm saying?
Moment of clarity.
Exactly.
Moment of
so,
clarity.
with that being said, man, I gotta ask my brother this, man. You know, cause we've been going in, man. We've been going in, bro.
Yeah.
If you can go back and talk to a 12-year-old G Wells, what would you tell him?
Ooh, man, jeez, that's a deep question right there, man. Man, I tell him just like stay on your path, continue to do things the way you want to do it, and like don't really focus on what people say about you, because it was a point in time in my life, but this was at a young, it was at a young age, so I had to learn very young, like where I was willing to give up who I was to try to fit in, and be, I guess, that cool guy, and I had to face the consequences of that, but I just tell him to be fearless, man, and whatever God is bringing you to, He gonna get you through it, and just keep going. And if you stay true to yourself, everything gonna work out for you, because God brought you to it. He got to get you through it. So that's what I tell myself, and just to stay grinding, keep going, man, and don't worry about the haters and the naysayers, because somebody gonna always have something to say, regardless of what you're doing. If you doing what they want you to do, they still gonna have something to talk about.
Even when you're doing good.
So it's like, let a nigga talk, man. I want y'all to talk, because the more y'all talk, I'ma shine. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up to be who I wanted to be, man. So it's like I'm myself, so can't nobody take that from me. So it don't even matter, because it's not this physical body, it's my spirit y'all want. It ain't my physical body. You know what I'm saying? And the word tell us, don't fear man that can kill the body, but fear God that can kill the spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's like these bodies are just vessels for the spirit. And it's the spirit that is coming through these motherfucking speakers right now.
Talk to
Hit you on your eardrums. You know what I'm saying?
808.
Don't think it's the physical body. This is my spirit talking. So that's what it is, and just keep going and grinding.
So I'd like, man, share some stuff, like just some positive words of inspiration. I know you said, I said talk to yourself at 12, but share some, like we always ask our guests this, man.
Right.
Share some words for the youth, man, because this youth out here, man, that just have no sense of direction. I know you can't talk to them, because you can't talk to them. But listen, it might be one youth that's listening to somebody, girl, boy, they might be listening to us, man. I want you to share something, because this is coming out, man. This is a hell of an episode right here, man. So I want you to say something to them, G.
From my experience.
From your experience in life, man. You're 32 years, man.
Jeez, I think the most inspiration. You know what? The most inspirational thing I can give the youth right now is go within. That's the most. Because you know you better than anybody, than your mom, than your dad, because you know what God is showing you. You know what God wants you to have. You know what you see what God is showing you. You see what God see, because the Most High is within you. So no one can tell you. Even your parents can't even tell you. So like we was talking about earlier, the most important thing is isolation. Sometimes you just need to be alone. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you don't need a lot of people in your ear. You don't need to ask people, well, what I do about that? Like, you need to go within, ask God, because God is going to lead you to the best path that you can possibly take with the least resistance to get to the thing that you want out of life and do in your life. So a lot of times we think, oh, it's my mom, it's my dad, because they came together and created me. But no, it's your heavenly Father. You got to go within and isolate yourself, because that's how I'm here today. Because it wasn't by me asking my mom, asking my teacher, because they're just telling me things based off of their experience. So they really can't tell me because I'm one of one. The mold was broken when you know what I'm saying, once I was made. So I had to go through some stuff and be alone, and that's how I found out who I was and the power that I held within myself. And from there, it was just things just took off, and I just started following God, and things just started working out. So I say to the youth, go within, and it's just about you have to be true. First and foremost, you have to be true to yourself. You can't be doing what your mom wants you to do, because a lot of kids go through that. You can't be trying to do what your friends want you to do, because peer pressure is real. So you have to, first and foremost, be true to yourself, because you'll never be able to find out what you really want to do or who you really want to, you know what I'm saying, what you want to pursue and be, if you got all these outside sources telling you who you need to be and what you need to do when they not even themselves. They calling you crazy, but they not even themselves.
For sure,
you feel me?
for
So
sure.
you don't need to put yourself in an environment like that. So I'll say just go within, start, you know, I know a lot of times it's kind of hard for a youth, for kids to, you know, get by themselves because, you know, they got the household, sisters and brothers. But whenever you can just, you know, go outside by yourself, just walk alone or just be quiet in the room and, you know. And I know this sounds like kind of like mature for a young kid, but this the only way you can get it. The earlier you get it, the better you are. And
okay,
like I was saying earlier, a lot of adults, if you look kids, if you look at a lot of these adults and you tell them what you want to do, what was your dream when you was a kid? They don't know. They don't know. But if you tell them to step outside of their comfort zone, the first thing they gonna tell y'all is how they got these bills and all this other shit that don't matter. And now they're held hostage by these bills and all this other stuff. So the earlier you can get a hold on this and you not go build a life of just having stuff and living outside the will of God, the less problems you have to go through, the less you will have to go through that duality of things falling out of your life, because now you're starting at a clean slate. You haven't built a life for yourself yet. You still at your mom and dad house. So now you can come out here and jump out that little bitty ass bag and get in your purpose directly. Because you try to get a 40-year-old or 50-year-old, it's going to take a lot of changes, because they have built so many years of being out. Like when you out of something so long, you kind of lose that skill.
For sure.
So when you out of that wheel for so long, you built a life for yourself. You got all these kids, you got all these bills. So now you really ain't flexible to move like you need to move for God. So now it's just like you got to take the hard path. So I say the younger, the better. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely be teaching my son this, and you know what I'm saying, and then supporting him and how he want to move and what he want to go into, and not rushing him. And this is another thing.
Talk to him, G. Talk to him.
This whole you grown when you 18 shit. I hate that shit.
Hell no.
I was not ready. I'ma just put I was not ready.
And I'm gonna say this, G.
I was not grown.
You know why they do that, bro? Because they ain't want your ass in the first place. So I'm gonna break that down. I'm gonna break it down. So I'm like, okay.
No, they want your ass off that light bill. That's what they want.
The reason why I say that, bro, because it's like, okay, you gotta think about it. Your mom probably had, you know, not saying your mom, I'm just saying mom.
Right.
They already had prior kids, right? So they like, okay, this motherfucker be 18. I'm about to kick you out of the house. I'm about to do this. So they never really wanted you, because you gotta think about it, bro. These 18-year-olds, what they do nowadays? Play the game all day, smoke weed all day, this, that, and the third. They're not grown, bro. They don't even know how to clean up. They don't even know how to wash their ass. They don't know how to do shit. So how you gonna kick an 18-year-old out, bro, when they don't have no sense of direction? They go out here and fail. That's on you, because your mother, just like you said, motherfucker do something to us, we take it out of other people. Just like it's like you kick your child out, right? Because your mom put you out at 18.
Yeah.
But somebody told you to have 3 kids at 18, by the time you were 25. So my thing is this, bro. Like G said, stop putting your kids out at 18. They don't know shit. They don't have no sense of direction. So when they get out here and get in the streets, your daughter be a prostitute, your son out here killing 1,000 people, it's because of you. Because everything starts at home. So you pushing your child out towards the streets, pushing your baby girl towards the streets. And then they fuck up. Oh, I didn't raise you like that. Yes, you did.
And then put
you
them
know what I'm saying?
Put them out.
With no plan. Nothing.
Yeah, and just the premise is that they gonna get a job. And that's the whole thing. Like, yeah, they're 18, but what have you put in them that for that 18 years that they can solidly stand on and do the things that they want to do in their life? You just fed them, oh, you just gonna go get a job. I worked hard, you gonna get a job and work hard, and then you just gonna be another grown ass adult talking about something how they can't do what they want to do because they got all these bills and all this other. Man, listen, you dying is a bill.
I'm telling you. Facts.
That's a bill you can't even pay.
You can't.
Somebody else gonna have to pay that.
That's crazy.
I don't give
you
no
show these
fucks about no
motherfuckers
bills.
GoFundMe's that motherfucker die. You can't afford to die.
Fuck about no bills. You gonna have that when you die. You ain't even gonna be able to pay the last bill you have, which is your death. Somebody else gonna have to pay that for you.
Talk to him.
So you gonna have bills for the rest of your life. So it's better to start earlier with building that foundation and following your path and what God got for you. Because then you do that, you ain't got all this baggage, and then that duality, when that duality show up, you ain't gotta try to make all these adjustments and stuff and be held hostage by a job and bills and all this.
On that hamster wheel,
I'm telling you,
having a job
all day long.
Job ain't gonna just cut
we can walk down the street and ask 100 people, would you quit your job today, and ask them why? They go, I have bills, I have this, I have that. Well, what if I told you there was something better for you? Well, I have to see it before I believe it, and it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you have to believe it before you see it.
That's it.
Because everything comes from within. Everything manifests within first. Everything you see and touch and smell, or you can taste, anything in this 3D realm that you can taste, smell, and touch and all that, it came from the imagination, which is the Most High. Because anything is possible with God. Anything is possible with your imagination. If you can see yourself doing it, you can do it.
That's it. Simple as that.
Simple.
Once you start believing that, then the universe, God, will start orchestrating and moving things around in this 3D realm for you. You don't have to go wrestle with it. All you got to do is stay in the feeling of fulfillment that it's already done, because that's what Jesus said on the cross. It is done. It's finished.
For sure.
That's the whole reason Jesus came. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not getting religious, but the Bible is metaphorically. It's a metaphysic book. Like it's already done. That was the whole reason for Jesus to come, because we couldn't do it ourselves. We couldn't obtain the law. We couldn't uphold the law. We couldn't do it on our own with our own actions. We couldn't get this done with our own actions because we messed it up and we started arguing and bickering with each other. So he had to come and walk it out and live that truth and show us how the truth is done, which is through faith. Because Jesus always, anytime somebody tried to trip him up, he'd be like, hey, if you see me, you see my Father, and I do nothing outside of my Father's will. You didn't see Jesus out there trying to prove himself and do miracles in front of folks. I'm like, look, I'm him. Like, y'all got to believe. Nah, he already knew within that it's already done. And all I got to do is walk this thing out.
Show up.
Just show up, man.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
I have one request for all of our followers, anybody that's watching this, start applying that. Manifest. Let's manifest stuff. Let's manifest the life that we want.
Oh, this is manifested.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
This shit is manifested. Everything that's happening right now.
Yeah, man.
It came from a thought first. It came from a want within.
Yeah,
so
man.
apply that to your life.
Know who you are. Know who you are. It starts right there. Know yourself. You know what I'm saying? Know thyself. You know, you got to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you're going to fail repeatedly. Be yourself. Stop hanging with the in crowd. Be yourself, man. I don't give a damn what they tell you. Always be yourself, man. And keep God first in everything that you do. And you're going to be just fine. And just keep going. So listen, man. My brother came through the real, man. Hey, look, he dropped these bombs. That's all banger. That's a banger, man. I appreciate you, brother, man.
Sir.
God bless you, man. Thank you for coming through. And listen, y'all already know what it is. The real, man. G. Will. Let's go.
Let's go.